What would okay, we got this. Okay, we trying to understand reality by going by the Holy Bible. That in fact he says that mankind is fallen, or let me think about no. Well, it says that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, and that's where I got the wages of sin is death. That's where I thought that indeed life is about us being on death row. I know it's a little saddening to think of it that way, but in fact, we're born given the gift of life, and that gift is at some point taken from us. So we're on death row. We got God as the warden that we're supposed to talk to while on death row to try our best to get a pardon. Or so then I I depicted that since I went to and fro, I'm looking for Christians. You'll know them for the love they have for one another. The only Christians or Christian that I felt that with was Pastor Leland Jordan, and he loved me unconditionally. But I never really, I don't today. And then, so I depicted that the whole world, even the American government, with them with unchristian ethics, and again, they had a chance to stop killing, murdering babies with Trump, and the left makes us slaves in our taxes to pay for murder than babies, and then they get that money, some of it back through campaign contributions. So I know that the sexual sin agenda. It's like I talk to my videos that I become a freak sometimes when I'm turned on, and I'm relaxed when I'm turned on. It's like everything, all my values get thrown out the door at times, and I'm just possessed. But again, you have to stand even at self-loss for what is right. That okay, the GOP hit a knee to the gay or the sexual sin agenda. And then we got the internet titans, the search engines that in fact are linked to child porn, and all of big tech is in on it. Of course, they're wanting to bring in Omars and stuff of Islam. And in Islam, it's a different culture. It's a different culture. It's okay. Muhammad is the last standard of man in Islam, which in fact you can emulate. You're supposed to emulate Muhammad, and marry a 6-year-old and don't have any sex with her till she's older, till she's 9. But in our Western culture, right, 18 or something is the 18, 17 is the age of consent. But I'm not gonna, at this moment, I'm looking at a lens that it's not just Islam, but in fact, even the Christian faith, I think there's a paradigm that's highly believed that in fact Virgin Mary was 14 and Joseph was a man. And the thing is that America is so unmoral that our divorce rates, right? That in fact we get married and within 5 years or 4 years we throw each other to the curb. So it would be for a man to marry a girl or a daughter or a woman by any standard. Some people say a girl, some people would say a woman, but a young girl or whatever. But for them to stay faithful and stay with that girl for life, when they get the gift of a wife, would they actually stay with her, throw her out because she got older, she grew up, and they want to be a pedophile? They want to get another kid. So when it grows up a little bit, divorce, and I want another little girl. Let me think. That's the premise, but Americans can be trusted with a young virgin heart. Okay. Mexicans, they parts of Mexico that you can legally have sex with a 12-year-old, a girl. They want to bring in the cultures, the Islam in Mexico, and with big tech, teach all of us to young girls are okay. In our culture, the Caucasian culture, that in fact the dad is supposed to protect his daughter's virtue, her innocence. The whole point of we protect our little girls, and when a man comes into our lives and stills our heart, and then in fact we know he's good enough for their daughter, and then we give her away, like, yeah, you can have her womb, I'll let you have it, and here you go, you won my heart, so I know you can have her. Give her away at the wedding. And we got 5 and 6-year-old boys and girls that are given an iPad, internet, forced on the internet, a couple keystrokes away from the worst porn known to man. They're all at very young ages. They're highly sexualized. I got lost in a rabbit hole.